Going big, going simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him better. See me dip, yeah, I'm saucing. People at the bank say no, he all in. I was down in the chips, they went all in. Throwing up the game, click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, cause I'm P-Lo, time to bring the bass bird.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, y'all.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's the second year back out of NC State, Nyheim Hines. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, an 80-yard touchdown. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. The first carry now. This is Johnson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. It was Justin Houston who got him down.
2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Reset, 19. Watch the curl, 9.
Here's a guy on his 4th franchise in 2 years, Carlos Hyde. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 15-yard.
This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They go play action here on 1st down. Caught here by Griffin. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
1st down, a run with Hyde. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Watson. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 17-yard line.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Faking the give. Now Watson on the move to his left. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. We documented it last week. They played so well defensively. 4 interceptions. Tried to get their hands on another one there.
And when you've had 4 the previous week, you are just itching for more the very next week. And there was a great opportunity. It went by the wayside. But let's not underscore what's going on with this defensive unit. They are around the ball every time it's being put in the air.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. No one attempted or made more field goals than Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. But I'll guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use him a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, 77 yards. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. You take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Good set. 19. 50. I got him. 4. He's checking crack.
Throwing on 2nd down. Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Watson now to throw. And he finds his man Griffin. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Mike, 53. 53. 54. Come baby.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
19. 50. 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up.
After the run, Watson going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now from Colts territory, here's a first and 10 at the 38. To throw is Watson. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Brings up second and 10.
They work again from the 38 on second and 10.
Here we go. At 31.
They go back to the ground with Johnson.
In the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Check 50. Check 50.
Here's Watson, option left, and that would cover beautifully. The defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. Line, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
They'll start on the ground with Hines. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines. Pass there he goes, left side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Darius Leonard in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. T.Y. Hilton deep for the Colts. fielded at about the 28. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here. 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 35-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Watch the shift. Check 13. Check 13.
This is Hines. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Brissett on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Jonathan Joseph there on the coverage. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Switch.
They run with Hines. Sharp move, but can't find much space. Dropped just inside the 20. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Check 41. Are you getting
On 3rd down, Brissett. And he's got it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Mack. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Marlon Mack. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. No success on 1st down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point seeding.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
From the gun, here's Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Watson looks to throw again. He gets this one to Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Oh, my fucking God.
Throw again on 2nd down. Watson. Will Fuller was the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Timing was just a bit off, and that can happen occasionally, even with these fine professionals in the NFL.
But on those out routes, that requires precision, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. Everyone has to be in sync from the time the quarterback hits his back foot and delivers the ball to the receiver turning to find it.
He's going to fire this thing deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll run for it with Hyde. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. No. Anyway.
Now Watson. Forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They come out here in the eye. This Colts D up to the challenge so far, but they need another stop here on 3rd and goal. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll come out in the pistol. And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. Here we go on 4th. Watson. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Darren Fells. As the first half is winding down. And the Texans get a bit closer. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is down to 28-10. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Brissett got it complete to Rodgers. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
A gain of 27 on the play. 1st down, Indianapolis.
Set. Hey, come on. Quarterback, don't get firm. Don't get nervous. 41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike. Here I come. Trump. 41.
They'll throw now on the final play. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And let's get 59. Tighten up.
On first down, Watson going deep for Hopkins. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
It leads to second
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Here's Watson. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. They'll try to throw now. Brissett. His throw's going to be incomplete. Jonathan Joseph there on the coverage.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
Got it open, man. That's Campbell. He'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. He's got it to Hilton. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn into big plays.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
A gain of 4 yards.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Brissett now. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. 12 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 12. First down, Colts.
We got double up, double up.
On first down, Hines. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Play action now. Brissett rolling to his right. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Chester Rogers that time. But now it's 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? From the gun, here's Brissett. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Chester Rogers, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Vinatieri connecting on the extra. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. They find some open field here. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
They'll try to run with Hines, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Now from the 7, here's second and goal. On second and goal, here's an option play left. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. That second down play nets a -4.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss.
41 Mike. 41 Mike. It's going to be a...
This is third and goal. Brissett to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And after the made field goal, here's Adam Vinatieri to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Now a first down throw, Watson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Kenny Stills, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans cut into that lead. Now Watson, he's going to lead the Texans up to go for 2. Out of the gun, Watson. Buying time to his left. And he'll get in. And they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Second and 7 at the 27-yard line.
They run again with Hines. Oh, a nice spin. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, 27 yards. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. The offense on third down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. He's going to into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
A little jet sweep to start the drive, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance, if they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Darius Leonard in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And Watson's going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
12 yards there and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. On second down, it's Hines. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with third and still 7 yards to go. Now a timeout called for by the defense. as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Play fake. Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Colts, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Indianapolis